We have a growing cadre of Latino elected officials, appointed officials across the country. We have greater numbers in the Congress, and certainly after redistricting, it would be our hope to see a greater number as a result of redistricting in congressional elections across the country. And the reason that leadership is so important is because they speak to the issues that we care about as a community. From the moment we are born to the moment we die, the government is deciding something on our lives. Whether it's, we're born, we get a Social Security number that has all significance to it. Our parents get a tax credit to help raise us. We go to public schools that ultimately are funded by the government. From the moment you're born to the moment you die, decisions about our lives, education of our children, the health care of our families, access to capital for small businesses, and the entrepreneurial class in our community, and so many other things are decided by the government. So having leaders from the community that understand the community, know both its promise and its challenges, are critically important in affecting that policy in a way that inures to the benefit of our community as part of this American mosaic. I think that the next elections is a great opportunity to increase that universe, and at the same time, Latinos, have a lot at stake in the next election. Are we going to have a country that invests in the education of our children and create an opportunity for them to prosper for themselves, their families, and their communities? Or are we going to have a country that moves backward in that direction? I know I wouldn't be speaking to you as a United States Senator if it wasn't for Pell Grants and Perkin loans. My family was poor. I grew up in a tenement, and without the federal government assistance, I would have never gone to college and then go to law school. It makes a big difference in our community. The reality is elections have consequences. They affect our lives. So it seems to me the Latino community will have a great opportunity to choose the course of events for the future, choose its leadership, and in doing so be able to affect its own future. Well, look, all across the country as a result of the decennial census, there is an opportunity to recast districts and to do redistricting in which hopefully the larger numbers of Latinos that are now present, whether it be in Texas or for that fact across the country, should manifest themselves in more districts where Latinos have a real chance of running and winning. However, redistricting is always a process by those who have power, want to keep their power and not necessarily reflect the new demographics of a state or the nation or a region. And so one has to be engaged in the redistricting process. One has to hold those who do redistricting. They're done different ways in different states, many by state legislatures, in my home state by a commission. How they structure those districts, whether they're fair or not, is something we need to be engaged and vigilant on, because it will affect the next decade of representation from our community, and whether there will be more Latinos from the mayor's office to the state capitol to the nation's capital.